This is Wicked Rhody, a wicked good podcast about Rhode Island events and life. Hello and welcome. My name's Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro. Thank you so much for joining us on what is arguably the busiest weekend, or one of the busiest weekends we have in this state. Hands down.
Easily.
Bottom line.
Easily.
Yes. Absolutely. There are so many things happening this weekend, and it's Columbus Day. Columbus Day weekend, so we expect this, but just in going through, like, everything that happens, it feels like this is just the motherlode of events will happen today.
Totally. And it came so early this holiday weekend this year just because of the way the calendar fell that I am shocked that Columbus Day weekend's already here. It makes a lot of sense because as we were filling in the calendar, I was like, wow, man, there are a lot of things going on this weekend. And then I saw, oh, yes, there is a holiday this weekend. That's why I'm just so used to it being in like the teens or something. I don't know. I always feel like it's a little bit later. I don't know. Maybe my brain has a short-circuited with all my kids being in school and everything. But let me tell you, this weekend is jam-packed for if you are new to the state, if you want to go out with your friends, you want to go on a date, you want to go out with the family. I mean, there is literally something for everyone at this weekend.
Totally is. And I'm just curious if we're both feeling this because since Labor Day, we have both been nonstop. And it seems like school never really got into a rhythm for you. It doesn't really apply necessarily to me, but there are a lot of things that I deal with that are based on the school calendar. So, you had the elections, we had parent-teacher conferences for you, and then I think, was it the third or fourth week of September was finally the first full week of school. So that's why I think you're used to that full week being, the week after Labor Day, and then you've got a couple to go with. But crazy stuff, so much happening this weekend, and we've got it all for you. I mean, this is going to, you won't have time to decorate, which I understand. There is quite a display on your front lawn now.
Oh, quite. Yes, we have a 9-foot tall Jolly Halloween inflatable, and I say jolly because it's not one of those scary ones. But we had it back when we lived in Providence. Yep. It was awesome. I loved it. I was very proud of this inflatable that I found on sale.
So and then are your neighbors.
Moved. My neighbors. We were the only house that decorated for the holidays in general. So yeah, they probably were like, there's that crazy Mary. So we moved, and I thought that my husband secretly got rid of this 9-foot tall Halloween inflatable because I haven't been able to find it. So my poor husband, for the past 2 years, I've been like, and then you threw away Casper because it's this giant ghost. I'm like, you threw away Casper. I know you threw away Casper. And he's like, no, I swear I haven't. We found Casper this weekend, and Casper is up loud and proud. I decorated all of the house on the 29th and 30th of September, so it's ripper to go for the 1st of October.
Well, there you go. And during the daytime, I always say those inflatables look like Chernobyl a week later because everything's just kind of melty on the floor. So are you going to keep it going during the day? I mean, your kid's a little. You can't expose them to, like, the horror of, like, what happened?
Casper.
Yes.
It is. It's so silly. I mean, you think about it, especially because these inflatables frequently are put up for young children who are, like, asleep pretty much by the time a lot of people turn their inflatables on. So I am going to be putting an experiment on and see how much more my electricity bill goes up because we're keeping that puppy on as long as the sun is up and then until like about 9 p.m. So we're keeping it on for a good chunk of time. And, oh, yeah, National Grid's going to be like, thank you, Mary Larson.
I was just going to say, National Grid probably just sent you a text message saying, thank you for for supporting us, our holiday parties this year for all the company.
Yep.
But, well, listen, if you're tuned in while you're on the road working, you're getting errands done, or you're just running around to other events and you're looking for something to do next, sit back, listen, enjoy the episode. If you hear something that piques your interest, we'll have all the links and info for you in our show notes on the website, wickedroadypodcast.com.
All right, Ben. So what do you have for this week's Wicked Interesting pick?
Mary, it is opening the night that this podcast airs, October 4th.
Woohoo!
It is the Jack-O-Lantern Spectacular at the Roger Williams Park Zoo. And every year they add to it. They add some sort of an element, or they make some improvement along the way. And listen, if you've ever gone, okay, you know that it's big. It's widely attended. The zoo will see over 100,000 people over the course of the run, which is October 4th to November 4th, 7 days a week, rain or shine. If there's like extreme weather, they close it down. But aside from that, man, these guys, they don't stop. They've actually been working on this since August, way back when, to get all 5,000 intricately carved, intricately, just for you, the pumpkins. That word from me to you and the pumpkins. And it features the scenes of wizards, fairy tales, luminaries of great myths and legends. And, of course, you know, they'll have the superheroes, the historical figures who changed the world. And this is something truly spectacular.
Tell me.
Well, that's why they call it the Jack-O-Lantern Spectacular.
You mean this event? I thought you were like, and
how much more do you want?
But there's like actual theme nights this year too,
right?
right?
There are theme nights. So this year you can meet a wizard, a princess, or a superhero. Wizard theme nights are October 17th and 18th. The fairy tale theme nights are October 10th and 11th. And on October 24th and 25th, superhero themed nights.
So cool. And of course, on the weekends, they recommend that people purchase their tickets online, correct?
Right. Well, you can purchase your tickets online altogether. Any night.
Awesome.
And if you're a member of the zoo, then you get a discount too. So make sure you take advantage of that. But on the weekends, it's timed entry. So you would say, okay, on this Saturday, I want to come at 7 o'clock. Of course, they have a limited amount of spaces available, so you have to make your reservation. And you can come anytime in that 7 o'clock time frame and walk right in, and you might hit a little bit of a line, but it'll be nothing like you hit like 10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the line used to wrap into the parking lot, and they used to say, okay, at this point it's 90 minutes before you get there, but we've got videos, we've got snacks, we've got all sorts of different stuff happening. Oh, by the way, they do have plenty of snacks and plenty of beverages to get you, keep you going through the whole thing. And the timed entry is great. You can get VIP parking. This is the pro tip this year. Go online and plan it out. Because, especially Mary, somebody like you who has two little ones, you're really on borrowed time after a certain hour.
Sure am. They turn into gremlins.
Yeah, that hour may be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's nothing.
It has been the past 2 days. Yeah.
But the whole point is, take the time in advance to go online, get your tickets, and just make it so much easier for you, for the entire family. Trust me, you're going to love this event. It's wonderful. It's a great support of the zoo. They've got some amazing things coming pretty soon, Mary.
Oh my gosh, yes, I've been seeing they've been building a brand new rainforest building.
They've got a new building there that is going to introduce 85, not 65, not 75, 85 new species to the zoo.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's incredible. Can you imagine in one day they flip the switch and boom, here's another 85 unique species that they're displaying to you, to us, here in Rhode Island, southern New England. I mean, that is just beyond. I mean, everybody gets excited when they bring a new animal to a zoo in other places.
Exactly.
Not Dr. J and the rest of the crew over there at the Roger Williams Park Zoo. Dr. Jeremy Goodman, I'm referring to, the executive director. No, they drop 85 on you. Boom! So
that is unbelievable. And the place already looks amazing. We were just at the zoo last weekend, and it seems like they almost have like a new playground area, right, particularly for the rainforest area, just kind of this outdoor play space. And I can't wait. I can't wait for it to open. My kids are going to lose their minds. They love the zoo. For there to be 85 new creatures that we can read up about at the libraries, can't even. It's going to be awesome.
It's more than ever. It is the greatest value to go there, get a family membership, go enjoy as many times as you want, plus a bunch of zoos throughout the country as well. So the Jack-O-Lantern Spectacular, it's the single largest fundraiser to help support the zoo. It's the way you can get involved. That's our Wicked Interesting Pick of the Week. and and for the rest of the month. And now, here's the wicked fun in the 401.
Well, the great thing about this time of year, particularly with this holiday weekend, is that there's just some staples in the Ocean State that you can rely upon every single beginning of October. Yep. And one of those is the Scituate Art Festival.
Scituate.
Scituate, yes. Scituate Art Festival runs Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So if you have a lot of plans for Saturday and Sunday, don't worry, you can still go on Monday. This is a great outdoor event. You can stroll and see different, different vendors, some fine art, antiques, crafts, regional food. There's music there, and the events run, let's see, it's like 10 to 5 on Saturday and Sunday is the art festival. But on Monday, it's 10 to 4. It's gonna close a little bit earlier on Monday through the historic Scituate, that Route 116. They closed down the entire road. Right. It's absolutely stunning that the trees have just started to change. And I mean, we've talked about this art festival before on Wicked Rhody, just because it is such a staple event in the state.
Well, you've mentioned it before, and I've always found it interesting. A couple of years ago, you mentioned it as this was a great spot for a first or second date.
Yes.
And we've kind of turned it into, a bit of dating advice. You kind of make a judgment there. Okay, are they picking up the original, or are they looking for the Rembrandt here? What are they doing? What are they going to spend money on? And and even in Rhode Island, you can, if they get a Dells, you can do that quick judgment, like, oh my goodness, they put a straw in it. Forget it. It's all
shame.
That's it.
Shame.
Leave them there.
Yes.
Here's an Uber. Goodbye. So that's it. And this thing's been going on a while. 52 years, no?
52 years.
Wow.
Yes, absolutely amazing. And so you're going to be seeing people who are staples, who are there every single year, which is something that I like, because there's some artists that I want to make sure that I keep going back to and getting some newer pieces. But it's a great, as you said, great first date, great thing to do with some friends. You can take the kids, you can go by yourself. It's a great time, and it's going to be going over those 3 days for this weekend.
And I don't want to freak anybody out, but this is a perfect way to start or continue or finish up your Christmas or holiday shopping. I just put it out there, people. It's coming. It comes for you like it comes for every man, woman, and child out there. We were just talking how quickly Columbus Day got here. Well, Christmas is going to come even faster. But not before the Ronald McDonald House Providence Women's Classic, which is taking place on Sunday, right over there at Brown Stadium. So there's a little field right next to Brown Stadium and the stadium itself, the Grand Stadium. We'll be all over there. I'll be there emceeing. It's the 11th annual RMH Providence. That stands for Ronald McDonald House Providence Women's Classic, Arden Engineering 5K Road Race, and the Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses 3K Walk-in Health and Wellness Fair. Whew! There's a lot going on there, but this is important that you got to know. It's the race is women only, so it's a women's only road race, and there are kid races as well, which are open to boys and girls. And the kid races are free. The women's race, you have to pay for entry and whatnot, and it's a USATF, United States Association Track and Field, or United States of America, whatever it is. The runners know. I'm not a runner.
It's a legitimate field. Okay,
they do. Yes. The people who run, it's a flat course though. It's 3.1 miles, so it's easy. And you've done the walk before, Mary, with Reese a couple years ago, and that was it's a wonderful morning there on the east side, right by the JCC. Registration's at 8:00 from 8 to noon. They'll have the health and wellness fair. The kids races will be starting. The LL Bean kids mile races on the Brown track. The regular races, the women's race, finishes on the track Olympic style. So nothing could be more inspiring than that. They'll have the music going. Tons of prizes. I mean, loads of prizes all over the place. Awesome. It's going to be a wonderful time, and it's a great time to check it out. Also, the health and wellness fair, they will have the Red Sox Showcase, which is their virtual reality. They'll have the climbing wall. They'll have the mini go-cars, the little cars the kids can drive around. It's all awesome stuff over there on the east side of Providence. Sorry.
So sticking with the ladies theme, actually the Lady Project Summit is going on Saturday at the Vets. It's going to be happening 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. People are coming in from all over the country to go to this event, and so we are really, really fortunate to have it here. Now, of course, the Lady Project was founded right here in Rhode Island. It's had different branches throughout the country. Incredible place for women to, build up upon each other, throw ideas around with each other. It's a great place for entrepreneurs. It's a great place if you're someone who wants to maybe start something, the side hustle, wants to explore something. It's just a great event. I've been to the Lady Project Summit in the years past. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. Like, usually you have to go to you have to fly to different states to have to go to an event of this caliber. This event is extraordinary. So if you are new to the state, if you want to network with some powerhouse women, if you just want to make some friends, it's a fantastic event. And of course, if you haven't heard, the Lady Project is going to be sunsetting.
Yes.
So this is the last Lady Project Summit that's going to be happening. So if you've ever wanted to check it out, you got to go this coming Saturday.
We should have the mamas and the papas. To everything, turn. Congratulations to Sierra Barter and her whole crew over there. They've done a wonderful job. And, they're going out on top. They've got some, I'm sure somebody else will start something relatively soon in short order because there's definitely a market for this. But for them, as far as the Lady Project goes, this has been a successful venture for them. And I wish them all the best. I think it's wonderful. Mary.
Yes.
We've talked about the fact that it is autumn or fall. It doesn't get any more stupendous and celebratory than Autumn Fest. So much so that Autumn Fest, as it's the one word that it's called, even their website is just Autumn Fest. I mean, everybody, yeah. That's how long it's been going.
That's it. Yes.
Since Bill Gates, long before Mark Zuckerberg was even in diapers. They had Autumn Fest. Actually, it's the 40th year for Autumn Fest, and it's happening this weekend over there in Woonsocket. Yeah, you know it. Hours of operation are Friday, October 6th from 6 to 10 p.m., Saturday from 10 to 10, Sunday from 10 to 10, Monday they'll have a parade at 9:30, which goes until about 1 o'clock, and then the fest is open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So lots of stuff happening. They'll have the vendors. They'll have the food. They'll have the music. Emily Luther will be there performing as well. You can go get your button at a variety of shops all throughout there. Our website has the link to get you right over there as well. And it's like anything else, folks. Go online before you hit these events up. Do it now. That way you go there and you won't have to waste any time. You can spend all your time enjoying the amazingness that is Autumn Fest 2018 up in Woonsocket.
I love it.
You've got an amazing family-friendly event that I discovered by accident a few years ago.
Oh, by accident?
Yes.
Ooh, even more fun.
Yes,
so this can be a family-friendly event. You're going to have to tell me the story.
It delayed me getting to where I needed to be.
Oh, that would happen.
What's our wicked family-friendly event this week?
It's Pronk. So Pronk, the Providence Hog Festival, is happening on Monday from 2 till 10 p.m. And there's going to be an awesome parade that takes over South Water Street in Providence at about 5:30 p.m. You'll want to get there around 5, and then at 5:30 to 6, it's a nice, short, concise parade. There are bands, street bands from all over the country coming on over, brass bands. You're going to hear all different types of beats, see all different types of costumes. The energy there is absolutely contagious. I love this event. So if you are a music lover, you're going to want to head on over. They play around the India Point Park area, that Halt Club area. They're playing from like 2 to 5. Then they have the parade, and then they continue to play until 10 p.m. Now, guys, if you want to check out, they're on Facebook. You can find the links on our website. So many bands from all over the country. And as you said, Ben, you actually found this group by accident a few years ago.
I did. I was over at the Coffee Exchange. Is that the coffee shop that's right there? Was having coffee with a friend of mine, and we saw all these people, and I said, "What's going on?" And she said, I don't think we're leaving anytime soon because a parade just came right down. Our cars were both on the street. So, okay, game on. But this is really cool because, we've talked about you're very musical, I'm very musical. We have a lot of diverse musical backgrounds. Mm-hmm. If you have a child that has just started, and I see all the posts up on Facebook of friends of mine, little Billy is now in the 5th grade band. He brought home the clarinet or he brought home the tuba. This is a great way to expose them to what they can do with the instrument as they progress on and learn how to play it. And listen, I've always said if you've got a young musician in the family, expose them to as much live music as possible so they can see what's possible because it inspires them. It really does. So this is such a wonderful event because all those musicians are talented, plus all the amazing fun stuff that coincide with it, the costumes, the lights, and everything. It's amazing.
It's awesome. It is awesome.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. As we said at the beginning, everything we talked about... Whoops! That's the wrong outro. I'm trying to end the show. I can't end the show yet. Ben, get a hold of yourself. That's Madonna. That's not the end of the show. Madonna tells us that no matter where you are in Rhode Island, you're never more than 18.5 miles from either Massachusetts, Connecticut, or the ocean. So this time, we're taking you right over the border, right up 195, close to the ocean, close to the Cape, but not quite. It's the gateway to the Cape, Wareham, Massachusetts, the 15th annual Cranberry Harvest Festival. Now, this is my wife's favorite event, okay? Unfortunately, she's going out of town for the weekend, and she will not be able to attend because it's Saturday and Sunday only. But this event happens over at the Ocean Spray area. And if you're looking it up online, you may see something called AD Makepeace. We're not making love or war or peace. No, it's the name of the actual organization that runs this. You learn so much about it, okay?
Right.
But you can go there. They will have all sorts of cranberry displays for a little extra. You can put on some waders, some little hip hugger boots there, and you can go into the bogs and harvest some cranberries yourself. They'll have music. They'll have food. They'll have the vendors area. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, if you were worried, you will be able to buy yourself a hot tub at this because they have the hot tub vendor there. I think I told you last week that we saw about 15 different hot tub vendors up there at the Big E. The parking pass, like the coupon they give you when you park for $10, was going to give us $500 off a hot tub. I'm like, wow, what a value!
Right.
I'd like to cash this in for cash value, please. Thank you. Not 1/100th of a penny, but this festival that they do there Saturday and Sunday over there in Wareham, Mass. They have got this down to a science, okay? They have buses that run you out to the bogs. They have plenty of parking, plenty of help. When you get off the highway, just follow the signs. People will get there. Get there early. Go. Enjoy the day there. It's truly, truly a wonderful thing. They actually have helicopter tours there as well. Yeah, so you can see the whole thing by helicopter as well. Of course, you have to pay a little extra for that. But if you're maybe last year you went to the Situate Art Festival, so this year you're going to go there. And this is, it's been a good year of dates. Maybe you propose up in the helicopter and. Just saying. It's just a,
Get all fancy.
Absolutely. It's look
lovey-dovey.
at me pushing you on it after a year. But anywho, check that out. It's happening, the 15th annual Cranberry Harvest Festival in Wareham, Massachusetts. It truly, truly is a wonderful, wonderful event, just like all the fall events. It's just
honestly. This whole weekend, so many great things to choose from.
My goodness, we've got to end the show now so we can go get some sleep and get ready for this. Oh, deja vu. I feel like I just said this as we said at the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. Everything we talked about today can be found on our website, wickedroadypodcast.com.
Guys, you know to search for us on Facebook and Instagram. And if you are going to any of these events that we talked about, please mention us with a little @ at Wicked Rhody, or you could use the hashtag Wicked Rhody. We like both of those. But let the people at the event know, hey, just so you know, I heard about this Cranberry Festival. I heard about the Situate Art Festival, or whatever you go to through Wicked Rhody. It's just another great way to help spread the word about our podcast.
We appreciate it so much. For advertising and sponsorship information, you can email us at wickedroadypodcast@gmail.com. We'd be happy to chat with you.
happy to chat. Well, until next time, folks, I'm Mary Larson.
And I'm Ben DeCastro.
And you've been listening to Wicked Rhody. We'll have more for you next Thursday.
As if you're going to have time to do anything next Thursday.
They're going to be hibernating.
You're going to be so tired. So much coffee you've got to drink.
Ooh, all the coffee.
Oh, take it all.